Lindy, you obviously after the game on Thursday were disappointed in some play and some coverage. What has the interim period been about in terms of discussions with the players?
Well, just how big a battle we're in. Really, the teams in our conference, teams in our divisions, teams right around us. This is where we want to be right now. Maybe we'd like to be in a better position, but we fought our way through some injuries. We're getting healthier. We did a lot of good things in the game. Just covered off some of the opportunities we gave up that we can control.
Devils had their streak early. Other teams have recently elevated their play. Is it just going to be 6 teams battling it out for what looks like 5 spots the rest of the way, and this is how it's going to be till the end?
I think it's going to be a playoff race from now till the end. We're in a tough division. We've got a conference that teams are really playing well. I think you'll see teams get hot. I think every team can run streaks together. For us, you look at 2 1-1 last 4 and making progress in a game that, if our finish was better, would have been a lot better place last game. So, build off all the opportunities we created and clean up some of the plays away from the puck.
How important is that sort of playoff kind of feeling, that race to the end, important and valuable to some of your guys who haven't been a part of any of that in the NHL?
Well, listen, what we've talked about the last couple of years, that's where we want to be. We want to play important games. Right now we're playing an important game. And this is what you got to wrap your arms around and enjoy. We like where we're at, and should be one hell of a game.
I know the fans obviously love the rivalry. What's it like on the bench when you have these games against the Rangers? What do you expect from them today?
I think it's awesome. Again, you got playoff-like atmosphere. We got a building that is going to be loud, going to be noisy. It's something that our guys got to get comfortable with, and we have to succeed with.
Lindy, you talked about the playoff-like atmosphere, and obviously this is a big rivalry game. You guys have been struggling at home. Is there any extra pressure to come away with a win, especially with how tight the Metro is, like you previously just mentioned?
I don't know if there's extra pressure. There's just pressure. There's every game is important to our club, as it is to theirs. We've played well against them. We've played 2 hard games in the Garden. It's back in our building. We have to improve our play or improve our record here at home. It's really going to be important to us. We talked about that yesterday, and we talked about it yesterday at length. And we'd like to get this win under our belt before we leave on the road.
Have you been able to, just try to think of reasons why you've played better on the road than at home? Are there any reasons you've been able to isolate it?
I think I would put a little too fancy as one of the categories. We've overcooked some plays, and we spent time at length talking about changing that mentality.
Curious to meet back in Utica. Kenzie Blackwood good to go?
Both of our goalies are good to go, yes.
And John Marino, any update?
Progressing, but not close to being ready to play.
Lindy, I know in the previous post-game press conference you talked about the impact that Aaron Kala has on the line with Jack Hughes. Is there any temptation to maybe switch up the lines, especially with Andre Palat added back into the lineup, and how inconsistent the team has been as of late?
You look at a line that scored a couple goals. If a line scores a couple goals for you, I don't think there's any reason to break it up. If you look at the number of chances that all the lines created, it isn't about line combinations. If you have a line that Jack scored 2 goals, Hall is in on, we need secondary scoring. We need other lines to pick it up, obviously. But when you get a line that scores, and they scored in back-to-back games, I don't see the reason to change it.
Speaking of the secondary scoring, I know we talked a lot about the finish. Are you happy with the chances they're generating, though?
Well, we've generated a ton of chances, but until the chances turn into goals, then you better play better defensively.
Coach, early this season, you talked about the defense. You really liked what you saw. Where are you with that now?
Well, I think you saw with our top 2, really what the top 2 guys that we played against top lines out of the lineup. I think You will have struggles at times. A couple of our young guys have struggled. If you look at last game, a couple of the opportunities, but that's part of their growth too. They get their opportunities. They're younger players, but at the same time, our veteran guys have to, continue to pick up the load for us.